Hey, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Elle Daily. I am so glad you're here. Today's message is all about compassion. So, having compassion for others, but also for yourself. So, for others, you guys are going to have a little compassion for me because I thought, do I go on to my YouTube channel today with my gray roots? I thought, you know what? It's all good. I have a hair appointment today and they don't like you to have the gray root spray in. Plus I ran out. So, you know what? I am all about authenticity on the show and I think it's fine to just let you see the real me. Um yeah, that's what life is about, right? So, let's dive in. So, compassion. I'm going to read the card first. I know I sometimes wait for that, but I think let's get to the good stuff. Then I'll also end with that affirmation and the quote, and they do all tie together. It's amazing how they always do. So I will kind of sum up again everything that I read this morning, what I journaled on, and questions to ask yourself. So, first things first, compassion. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. So, yes, we're going to work on this. Here we go. You're a deeply compassionate being. Allow the light of your good to shine to the world. Accept the care that the Creator has for you. You're loved and immensely lovable. You are immensely lovable. Tell yourself that. So, your soul wants you to know true compassion starts with yourself, gently, lovingly, and unconditionally accepting yourself just as you are. It isn't necessary to be perfect, and there's no one that you need to please but your higher self. And again, you might believe different, and that's okay. So take it to how it resonates with you. The more you can realize judgments and negative beliefs about yourself, the more true compassion you'll have for others. So be gentle with yourself and cherish who you really are. It's time to release guilt and shame because they no longer serve you. Forgive yourself and others. Anytime you notice a negative thought about yourself crop up, immediately replace it with a positive one. So we'll say that affirmation one more time. The vibration of compassion shines through every cell. And so this will say, or I will say, this is something I've had to work on. I've always been a very loving, accepting person, but I will say that love for myself, the compassion for myself, was maybe the hardest to find. So over the years, it's been a lot easier, and I'm learning to just love my body, my spirit, me as a whole. And that's a great thing because it does allow you to have more compassion for others. And it's a good cycle. So I know you'll find that too. The more that you love yourself, the easier it is to accept others to where they're at. Um, and what was the main point I wanted? There was something else I wanted to really share with this. It'll hopefully come back to me. Oh yeah, just that there's freedom in that, right? When you can just love and accept where you're at, knowing that you can still, if you're not happy where things are, of course you can work on it. So, I talked a little bit about my pain journey and just feeling frustrated with that. It was just so hard to really cope and function to my fullest. But you do have to have a lot of compassion through that. Difficult times gives you the ability to just love yourself through it, love others through it. So that is the main message today. It's interesting. August 2nd message too is the affirmation, I radiate love and others reflect love back to me. And I think that's true. Like, there's days where I think, oh, maybe people haven't been as friendly to me or as sweet and kind. And I'm like, am I being as receptive or sweet and friendly? I love to flash a smile, say hello, make conversations with people just because, right? We all have one thing in common. We are all human beings, right? So just that alone, we've got blood flowing through us and, the cells of a human being. So with that, we are not that different. We're a lot more similar than we're different, even though you'd think in this day and age, it's a little crazy. But I do think that's so true. The more you can focus on spreading your love, shining, being friendly, being loving, the more love that you'll receive back too. And then I want to read the quote of the day. So, your chances of success in any undertaking can always be measured by your belief in yourself. Oops, I always do that. I go opposite. So, believing in yourself. So, not going to stop it. Sorry, I just dropped this thing on my keyboard. Um, so yeah, surrender to that. And I think part of that is getting rid of the negative thinking. What else did I write? Oh, procrastination. That's really common, but we have control over our thoughts. So when you think a negative thought or it comes up to the surface, say, thank you for sharing. and really refocus and go to the positive affirmations. So for me, if I was going to talk about, oh my gosh, you're 43, how do you have this much gray hair already? I'm like probably 80% gray. Um, no, re-talk to yourself. Like you're beautiful. Thank God that I'm here at 43, right? Not everybody gets to live that long of a life. So those are the ways you can retrain your brain. So as soon as you hear a negative insult to yourself, especially, get in there, stop the negative comment, and retrain the brain with something positive. Tell yourself you're amazing, you're smart, you're wise. And I think when you can surrender to that, it really does allow you to just really grow within and then to be able to send more love and compassion to others. So they always tie in hand. I'm going to keep this short and sweet today because I do have a lot of work to get done before our global meeting next week. So I just wanted to pop on quick and say hello, give you something to think about. And I think that is it. Sending you all so much love.